come to this program to select the best members to lead us and to help us. So may I pray. Let us all bow down and pray. Eternal loving Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day. Everything is in control of the Almighty God. You have blessed us to be members of this bar. We are so privileged to be called the advocates in our life. And as we have just started our program, we also pray that you will inspire each and every one of us to participate in the business of general meeting as well as election process. May we also pray that Lord, you bless the leader who is going to preside over this meeting so that everything will be done according to our will. We also pray for the office of the President and his team, that whoever comes to the power, allow them to do justice to all the members and for the welfare of the power members. So we proceed everything. We come humble before you and ask your blessings. We ask all this in Jesus' name. Thank you, we pray. Amen.
I call our President, Mr. C.P. Jamil, to give the presidential address.
Last year, we had the annual general meeting on 20th August 2024. As per the Constitution of the High Court Bar Association, the annual general meeting is to be held in the month of August or September. Last year we held in the month of August, but this year, considering all the factors, we have decided to have the meeting today. Before I proceed further, we would like to observe the obituary reference on the date of one of the learned members of the bar, that is late Kizopurkul Sagi, popularly known as K. Sagi. We all know he was an active member of this bar association, and he served as executive member at one point of time, and he has represented the High Court Bar Association as the Vice President of the Nagaland Bar Association. He was working as a lecturer in Kohima Law College, and we all know that he has contributed a lot in the field of consumer activities. He is a consumer activist, and he has contributed a lot for the welfare of the society, and he has also contributed a lot for the well-being of this party. He read his last on 13th of December 2024, but after that since we have the general meeting only once in a year, so today we can have a short reference about him. On 13th of December, when he was in Petal Hospital, I personally visited him, but then it was not possible to speak to him because he was in the ICU. And after 2 hours, I got the information that he is no more. Therefore, the bar had to accompany him. His funeral service was held in Jakama, his native village, and the bar has also participated, and the president of the bar has also spoke during the reference. Thereafter, since the next day, our holiday commences for about a month, and when the court reopens the next year, this year, that is on 21st of January 2025, we have requested the Honorable Judge to have a reference on the corner of the state, and the Honorable Court was gracious enough to grant our permission, grant the permission, and a reference was held on account of this date on 21st of January 2025, and as per the protocol, the President has to speak, so the President of the bar has taken part on this criminal service in the High Court. Now that a good member is no more with us, let us to pay respect to the departed soul. Let us all stand up and pay respect and put on our heads for a minute. Let us put on our heads. Please be seated. When we look back the last 1 year after we had the general meeting on 20th August 2024, there has been a lot of developments, progress, setback as well. As the President of the bar, I have participated in modern celebrations where the bar is also invited. The modern functions like the Constitution Day, that is 26 November 2024, 26 November, the President along with the members have participated in the Constitution Day celebration, and then the Human Rights Day on 10th of December, that is the Human Rights Day, and the Republic Day, that is 26th January. As the President of the bar has to attend the function, attended, and also the Independence Day, is 15th August. So in all the modern functions and the celebrations where the bar is invited, as the President of the bar, I have attended in all the functions. Besides that, it was felt necessary by the bar to acknowledge and receive the new judges. Especially this year, it was a lucky year for us in the sense that the first women judge, lady judge, has been appointed from the state, Mrs. Justice Yanjuma Gomer. So, on account of her appointment, elevation as the judge of the Guwahati High Court, the High Court Bar Association has published in the, felicitated in the newspaper that was published in Nagaland Post, and also in the vernacular version of their name also, it was acknowledged about her appointment on behalf of the bar. And again, the bar has taken part in the farewell. As we all know, Justice Kohima, he retired as a judge of this Guwahati High Court. The bar has organized a grand program, and the bar has also participated in that program. Besides that, there has been receptions, some formal, some informal receptions were done. Since the bar has taken a decision to not to have a reception of all the judges whoever comes here, but the judges whoever comes here and then make a request to the bar to have interaction with the bar. In such cases, the bar used to organize the reception on account of a visit and used to have interaction with them. Another important event the bar has taken was on 15th of May 2025 in the new High Court site. A tree plantation program was organized where almost all the members of the bar have participated and taken part by planting so many trees and flowers to unify the new High Court complex, which is a constitutional institution which is very, very important for all of us. And I feel that it is our duty to unify and to protect this institution. During the year, that is from the last general meeting, that is 20th August 2024, till date, the executive, after discharging functions, whatever is required, and as many as 6 executive meetings were held during the year. We all know that they have been pursuing for few issues, that is, we have been demanding for quite some time to have a separate High Court for the state of Nagaland. We have been demanding for appointment of judges from the state because there are so many capable advocates who can be considered for appointment as judges. As I have expressed during the visit of the Honorable Chief Justice of Kohima High Court, I have mentioned that look, the Kohima High Court is the command High Court for 4 states at the moment, that is Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. From Mizoram, we have 3 judges in the High Court at present. From Arunachal, we have 2 judges in the High Court. But from Nagaland, we have only 1 judge. Therefore, although there is no provision, but as a convention, there has been equal representations from the states. Assam has got the maximum number of judges, but since from Nagaland, there are so many lawyers who can be considered for appointment of judges, even not only the bar members, but from the among the judicial officers, that can be considered. So that was also one of the issues. And another one, which is very important, equally important, is for designation of the senior advocates. So far, there has been a very limited designation of senior advocates. And then during the last visit of the Honorable Chief Justice on 26th of August 2025, on behalf of the bar, the office has submitted a representation to the Chief Justice to consider and attend to the pending issues for the separate High Court for the state of Nagaland, appointment of judges from the state of Nagaland, and the designation of senior advocates from the state. So, and not only that, now that the new High Court building is almost completed, only some quarters are yet to be completed. So, very soon we'll be shifting to the new High Court site also. And then we have apprised Honorable Chief Justice during his visit to pay attention for shifting of this High Court also. During the last 1 year, that is from the last general meeting till date, the bar members have extended tremendous help and cooperation in the functioning of the office. Bar members have participated in all the important events one event which I can recall is legal services, where the judges from the Supreme Court, senior most judges, including the present Chief Justice of India, in presence of so many judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court, the bar members have overwhelmingly participated, and it was a very good gesture on our part to have participated in all such important functions. And I would request all the members to be mindful to take part in such important occasions, because these are for us, not for others. And especially, I would like to request the general members of the bar to be diligent and vigilant on various programs which is held in connection with the welfare of the legal fraternity. So, I would also like to thank all the members for being a part of all these programs. I would also like to thank the election commission members who have entrusted under the leadership and the convener of the election commission, Mr. Abu Kumar. For the last 4 years, if I'm not wrong, he has been discharging the functions of the election commission chairman. Under his chairmanship, the elections have been conducted over the years, because earlier the term of the office was 2 years. From last meeting, it has been extended to 3 years. So imagine, 3 years, that means 3 years, for 12 years, he has been discharging the functioning of the chairman of the election commission. Besides him, the other members, the election commission members, I would like to express our gratitude from the office for taking part in that exercise. We would also like to thank the auditors who has been entrusted to audit a happy amount, who has taken a lot of pain to audit the bar accounts, led by Mr. K. Angavi, who was made as the convener, but unfortunately, due to the road blockade, he was down here in Dimapur. He started from Dimapur, but due to road blockade, he could not make it convenient to come. But at the same time, he has entrusted Trishul Governor to present the audit. He has called me in the morning and he has expressed his regret. So, KMW said she will not make it in the meeting, but I have already spoken to my friend and he will be doing the next show. That is what he told me. And I would like to thank all the audit committee members. And the most important thing, I have a team of 5 office bearers, one Sharif, who is from Dimapur as the vice president. He could not make it today because of the road blockade. But then Mr. Ilibel, vice president, Vishwa City secretary, and the Tima, press secretary. Besides 4 of us, Sharif is vice president, representative from Dimapur, but due to road blockade, he could not come. During the tenure, I have enjoyed excellent cooperation and support from my team members. So I would like to thank all of them for your support. Now that for the welfare of the bar, I would like to invite any suggestions for the growth and welfare of this bar. And I would like to request the general members, it is a repetition, that tomorrow it is for you. Therefore, I would request all the general members to be proactive especially for improvement and the growth of this bar. Because ultimately, it is for you. After a few years, we will stop practicing. When we come casually, just coming to court and say, hi, hello, how are you doing, all these things. And we may not be active as you, but you have a long and bright future. Therefore, I would like to request all the young and junior members of the bar to be sincere on all the issues, because ultimately this is for you. I was nominated as the president of the bar on 7 March 2022, and after a few years, I have taken over as the president, the reigning president, on 22nd March 2022. So I have completed the tenure of one term, that is 3 years. So I'm a happy man today that I will be relieved of my office and responsibilities as the president of the bar. During the tenure of 3 years, if there is any achievement, then credit goes to the members of the bar. If at all there is any achievement, then that is due to the support of the members of the bar. Yes, as chairman, I am fallible. So if there is any failure on my part, I will take it as my responsibility that because of my shortcomings, the failures, such failures have occurred. Therefore, I take the responsibility if there is any failure on my part as the president of the High Court Bar Association. I have taken much time, so that may not go further. At the end, I would just like to share one word that let us unite together and forge ahead. For a strong bar, let us unite together and work together for upliftment and welfare of the High Court Bar Association. With these words, I conclude. Thank you.
Follow-up one, Mr. Continuing Song, Additional Advocate General of Nagaland, for the exhortation.
The concept of the legal representation, it began quite a bit in the Asian Creek, that is a Roman builder, around about 600 BC. That time, the concept of legal representation, it was already there. So I should say that the Bar Association, even though it was not registered under the Society Registration Act, it is one of the oldest institutions in the world, Bar Association. So we have a divided view, but in my view, the Bar Association, we don't need to register under the provision of law because we were already here. So that has to, we have to take in mind. And you see, after that 12th century, in the 12th century, it was remarked as a legal century in the Western Europe. So during the 12th century, the legal system, the concept of the legal representation, it was legal organized and formalized. Not exactly as we do today, but it was little upgraded. So during that time, the 12th century was remarked as legal century in the Western Europe. And when we come back to India, you see, not only the British India, during this Mongol Empire, there was legal representation. There was a system of the legal representation system in India. So during the Mongol time, it was based on the Islamic view and Wakil. I think Wakil is not Sanskrit nor Hindi. I think it's a Urdu. So Wakil was already there, and the legal party was represented, even though he was not a legal expert. So I just want to see that how we emerge from which century, whether it's from AP or from the BC. I just want to take that away. And again, now we are under the Kohima High Court. As you all know, the Kohima High Court of Assam Nagaland, earlier, initially it was the High Court of Assam, which was located in Shillong. And it was established in the year 1948. The first chief justice of our High Court, that time Assam High Court, was R.F. Lodge. He put it that without a strong bar association, we cannot have a strong High Court. It was put by our first chief justice of this High Court, and by the Northeastern Area Recognizing Act. So now we have become, as pointed out by our president, now we have become a common High Court now. Now, initially, 2 Union Territory was there, Mizoram and Manipur. Subsequently, it was incorporated as a full-fledged state. And again, subsequently, our Chapter Federal, we have migrated as the independent High Court now. So that is what we have today. Now, I just want to see that to the point. See, what is the income of the Bar Association? It means in terms of High Court Bar Association or any bar association in the state of Nagaland, what are the sources of the income? Income of the Bar Association, specifically Nagaland, in the state of Nagaland, in terms of the Kohima High Court Bar Association. We have a very limited source of income now. We have a registration fee that is one time in life. You have to pay whatever you want, you have to pay at the time of enrolling the bar association, you have to pay once. That is once. And followed by the annual membership fee. And thirdly, we have no other ways to generate our income. So far, we bring the Nagaland and we sell among the members. And we fix the time, we set the rate from time to time. So I want to say that why the office here, not only High Court Bar, if you go to Nagaland Bar or other district bar, the office here, they are facing a lot of problems. One of the most problem is to collect income membership from the members. So I just want to ask you to realize that our officers are paid to do it. Are they getting any order from the office? No. They are really free service. But why we are member are expecting that officers to be well first, followed by the election. So I urge the members of that, we have to cooperate with the office. The election of the membership fee, or don't expect that we are going to come to you and collect the membership. And I have done, of course, in several occasions, Nagaland, that is the only source, independent source we sell that is very reasonable rate. But I have done, of course, some of the bona fide and very sincere members, active members of the bar, we are using Nagaland Xerox copy. Is it incompatible? So I feel that the officers will take some step with the registry so that no Xerox Nagaland is accepted by the filing section. And we should not attempt even to use the Xerox copy. Nagaland, you see, I can, of course, not only me, all of you have experience, a lot of experience, mostly have experience in the Northeast India in different ports. Nagaland, wherever you do, they independent. But first, not only the first page, that is a power unit, second page followed by the enrollment. So your name must be there on the back of the page that your share number has to be mentioned in the Nagaland. If you belongs to the High Court Bar Association members, you are filing at the Nagaland in the Mumbai High Court. You have to sign on the page, your share number has to be. But in the case of Xerox copy or some corporate party shortcut, you just copy the first page without the list of the pocket and you file. So in my case, my personal experience, I never entertained, whatever will be the institution, whether it's a governmental or public sector, I don't indicate. Whatever means, you are belong to one institution, one association, and your name must be there. And if your name is not there, you have to, with the commission, you have to incorporate your name on the bottom, and you have to put a tick mark. So that is the system of the Kohima, as far as my knowledge is concerned. But why? That's the only source of our income. Why we are neglecting the Kohima? Are we fair enough to my own? I know that that's one of my source, but I am cheating myself. So if any of the members practicing, indulging in such activities, today I reduce it, please let us not cheat ourselves. That is one thing. And again, I just pick up only a few points just to save time. Keep it on my pocket. First, among many others, without supporting our office, we are helpless. Whatever may be your capacity, you may be from a very intelligent, very high family, or if not, you are so brilliant, so intelligent. But the bar association in which you are a part and parcel of that association, if the bar association is weak, you are not protected. You are not protected. You are not secure. Today we are living in such a golden period. No longer there is no any institution there. But as the time the institution comes, we will be all the time celebrated. Why? Because we represent someone. So while you decide to believe, you have to come out, you have to travel. So in one way, so far we can of course. One way we are harassed by the security forces. On the other hand, another political parties are there, and other hand, your opponent party sometimes they also distribute. So you're only protected in such a situation. It is the only bar association you will be protected. Suppose you are only regulated by the security forces in such a situation, in a political related or whatever to the criminal case, it is a bar will discipline you. No, he is a Punaka member. He is running research. He is graduated from such and such university. So that is a bar association strength. But many of us, if I'm doing well, or if I come out from a well-to-do family, or my delivery is far ahead from the average, so I hardly voted a bar. But it is not wise. Whatever we think, this is our protection, this is our home, and this is our platform from where we even up to study work. So I understand there is the members of let us not ignore or let us not just assume the bar office, and as a leader, without integrity. Integrity is the one. Integrity doesn't go with the dishonesty. Integrity doesn't live with the unfaithfulness. Integrity, the whole thing encompasses. So whatever your capacity, whatever your expertise or experience, if you lack integrity, you are not that you live very shortly. You will be going by the 1 year only, you cannot return as an employee. So that has to get in mind. Again, as a leader in society, doctors, engineers, journalists, they are not categorized as a learned. We are the one. Those who embrace the legal profession, they are categorized and regarded as a learned members in the society. So a learned member is expected to live as a dignified man. No manner. Just because I'm a lawyer, I'm a successful lawyer, I earn handsome amount of money, then according to my wish, I need to respect myself, my profession. If I ignore to respect my profession, as usual tomorrow I'll be lower. One time lawyer, it is not the one. Ours, no age as politician. There is no age required. Even the lawyers, legal professional, we don't have age. You see, Ramji Malani, if I'm not mistaken, at the age of 92 years, he himself appeared before the Supreme Court. I have attended, I have practiced in such years. Now from today, I'm not coming to the court. It was a farewell. So that is a profession in which we are turning. So in order to prosper and in order to regard by the society that you are a lawyer in that particular society, you need to live as a dignified way. Again, today, by age, by studying in the bar, we are single. And we did not start by single. As we age, after graduation, energetic, very handsome, very smart, we dream. Now because we are old enough, our next step is to retire, go home, and take this. So, when I was young, we respect senior. And today, now by the land of service and by the land of the age, now I become whether I like it or whether I know or not. By standing in the bar and my age, by counting on the age, the numbers and the society regard me as zero. So today, when you are zero, about a bar, if you don't respect, one day or other, you will become a zero. So that you will realize. During those high school days, I will tell you one story. In the Mokto district, where the hostel was attached with the traditional dancing. So when we were in high school, senior used to tell us in the meeting, you have to respect, you have to serve the seniors in such a way, because the teaching was, we have to fetch water from the river, and especially during the March and rainy season, the dry season, we have to go far away, and we have to collect the firewood, and we have to walk for the city. And we thought we have to shoot up, we have a respect to the senior. So in one incident, one of my roommates, we were together in the same bench. So in the hostel, senior equals very fast. Class 7, we started class 7, junior, class 8, semi-junior, by class 9, senior, and class 10, seniors. So it's only a year. So we were in junior, and one couple that my roommate master, our hostel mate. Then as we passed class 7, and we were tutored to our class 7 9. We were quite near the hostel. So as we reached the gateway of the senior. So that time there was no like in the school or hostel, everyone walking on a copy. So he doesn't want to who is senior, who is teacher, who is not senior, who is hostel superintendent. Then one day he realized, this is those youngsters, they don't respect senior. Those youngsters, they have no human heart. They are not culture. So I told him, hey, bro, when you're senior, not here in hostel, we had a meeting in the hostel meeting hall. We were treated by the senior to respect. And now, not only you realize that you are not respected by the juniors. So likewise, today you are senior most. Tomorrow you will be one of the senior most in the bar. So we need to respect and respect by respecting members, by respecting elders, and by respecting the other officials. You don't lose anything. Rather you gain. You are gaining something out of politeness. So not only the senior, we have to respect. In certain occasions, you will be much smarter than the court by knowledge. But court is made by that person. You have to respect him. You have to respect the court. Not by the knowledge, not by the experience, and not by the land of service or something in the bar. So respect where we don't spend anything. In other matters, we spend a lot, and with heart, so many struggles we can. But while showing, while giving the respect to someone, you are not losing anything. Militarily or anything, you don't lose. So that's where we earn, and in the bar, that is one of the stepping stone. We have to respect our senior. We have to serve the part of this. We have to respect our opponent. So that's one of the, I feel that is one of the main factor as a legal professional. And in certain cases, sometimes we are all human beings, we have all temper, we have all strength, we have brain. Our opponent comes in such a way that we have to do it in certain jobs in litigation. But whatever may be your opponent, we should not attack opponent. While you see the footballer has to kick the ball. But footballer, once they kick the other leg of the opponent, they get yellow card or whatever red card. So in the proceeding, whatever may be your opponent reaction, you should not kick or you should not attack your opponent. So you are polite, you are humble, and you are more engaged by your opponent. Just by kicking your opponent, then a quick number will be lost. So we have to keep in mind. And in certain circumstances, as a professional, as a legal practitioner, we are compelled to indulge in illegal activities. Might be by the military preparation or might be by the circumstances. So the advocate has to refuse to indulge in illegal activities in any manner, in whatever manner we should not indulge. So you may be indulged, but it is only a temporary, damage will be permanent. So we have to keep in mind that as a legal practitioner, there are so many factors, there are so many things out there which we are going to observe and avoid abuses. But today I just want to bring up quite a few points which I feel that is very important, and day-to-day activities, those points are required to educate members, especially to the senior members of the party. Now, if you see the phenomenal emerging areas in practice, you see now type of our association, if you see by the age group, 60 plus, here we are quite of us, very limited. Age 60 plus, we are limited. And again, 40 to 50, there are two numbers are there. And below 45 or 40, maximum numbers are below 40. So you have to go no way. Your children is just started. So now for us, it's already gone. Even if it comes to me, on my own way, I have a limited views. But there are so many emerging areas in practices coming up. Cyber law, intellectual property laws, healthcare laws, those are ahead of you. Now most of the advocate, now we are already steaming in the virtual court is already started now. So now we are also involved, but because of this technology transformation for general, so many might be very challenging or might be very interesting. But so many things are coming up. Cyber law, intellectual property law, healthcare law, and so many things are there. So in order to face and in order to take up all those, we need legal technology. Unless the youngster, especially the youngster, unless you are legal technology equipped with you will not be able to go with the system. So especially to the young members of the bar. Of course, you are all aware, but I just want to remind you that those emerging areas, now it is knocking at your door. So you should be legally equipped. Now, OTR, online dispute resolution, and again, one ATR. It is already done, ATR, but OTR is also already streaming. And there are so many things without the legal technology or without the technology, you cannot move as a lawyer. So young members are reduced to be equipped with those all legal technology. See, I just want to remind you, as a lawyer, I just want to put a question in the house. What is the safest place to store your wealth? anyone can answer. What is the safest place to restore your wealth? Where we earn so much wealth. So, what is the safest place to restore our wealth? I should say, it's a reputation. If we have a good reputation, you are forever. Whatever may be your capacity today, if you don't have reputation, your life will be too short. As we can see in the Bible, chapter, human life, the human span of life is like a waking up that latest waking up. Or you compare with a flower. Morning, it bloom, by evening, it's already night. So your profession should be very shortly if you have no reputation at all. And in order to retain the reputation, integrity, all those things, helpfulness, honesty to plan, party, so which makes you forever if the reputation is strong enough. I just want to share with that one thing is I feel it is very encouraging. It was given by Ivan Mary Lewis. To be an activist is to speak. To be an activist is to speak. Keep on speaking. To be an advocate is to listen. To be an advocate is to listen. We have to keep on listen. Society cannot move forward without good. Without a speaker, without a listener, society cannot move forward. So that is two sort of difficulties. We have to have a patient, listen, and we have to directly, we have to speak. And without those two quality, society cannot move forward. So let us try to be embraced by the advocate and by the, again, our attitude and our ethics. And let us not indulge knowingly intentional unethical activities. Because our life, our activities observed by the society as in every minute. So thank you.
Let us be mindful about it. I am also qualified to be among the senior citizens, but I still wish that if Ram Jatmalani at the age of 92 can still make submissions in the bar, I wish I can also, even if I don't retain 92, I wish that one day I should also attain a remarkable age. Well, we are coming to the most important part of the program, that is the annual report. The points which I have shared are in brief, those are not in detail, but our secretary has maintained a detailed report of the events, what has been done throughout the video. So now I give time to Joshua Shetty, the secretary of the bar, to share that report.
Everyone for this day. Thanks to our president for this time. My colleagues, my senior colleagues, as well as all the junior members of the bar, our media friends. Before I read out this, there are so many things that were shared by our additional Police General, Mr. Rim Tim Song. One point, so many points to take away, but one point that I'd like to again re-stress is on the points of the juniors. I see that in the last few years, sometimes there are some good shows, sometimes it gets cold. What the juniors have to take away from what our senior colleague has already shared in the exhortation is, for every small things we say, bar has to do it, bar has to do it. Who is the bar? We are all the bars, and you are the bottomless of the bar. If you are strong, then the bar will become stronger in the future. You say it is a responsibility of the bar, and you don't cooperate with the bar. And if the bar falls, then whose fault is it? Are you going to point fingers at your seniors? It will be your downfall. You will be the reason that this bar will fall. So for the juniors to take home, If you cooperate with the bar and make the bar stronger, it is only for your own good. If you don't cooperate, you land into trouble and you point fingers at the bar may never stand for you, and that will be at the end of the day, it will be for the loss of the entire face of the fraternity. My president said that I will be reading out the details, but if I have to read out all the activities in detail, then it may take another half an hour or so. I may read in brief. Allow me to read out the annual report. Starting from August 20, 2024 to 1st September 2025. 2024, the General Body Meeting of the High Court Bar Association, Nagaland, Kohima, was held on 28, 2024 at 1 p.m. in the bar room under the chairmanship of Mr. Siti Jamir, President, with 98 members present. The key highlights and the minutes of the meeting are: 1. Reports of the Secretarial Property and Audit Committee were presented and adopted. Approval was also given for purchase of 30 chairs. The House resolved on mandatory NBA registration before High Court Bar Association membership and delegated the matter to the Executive. The Vice President and Joint Secretary of the High Court Bar Association were nominated to attend the NBA meeting in Dimapur. Resolved to pursue the issue of a separate High Court and to hold a coordination meeting with the Registry. House supported the stand of Kohima Bar Association and condemned unethical nexus between lawyers and police. Approved induction of 14 new members. Resolved to organize a picnic in November 2024, which we have already held. Dated 30/2024. The Executive Committee of the High Court Bar Association met on 30th September 2024 to deliberate on NDA meeting minute number 8, Roman Clause 2, regarding the modalities of federation between the Nagaland Bar Association and its constituent units. After due deliberation, the committee resolved as follows. The Executive Committee. The High Court Bar Association reaffirms its stand with the Constitution of the NDA, which requires every member of the constituent unit to also register with the NDA. The High Court Bar Association proposed that as a federating unit, it shall contribute 10% of the annual membership fee collected from its members towards NDA registration each year. So far, our collection has been quite dismal. The names of the registered High Court Bar Association members shall be forwarded to NDA office for inclusion in the roll of advocates maintained by the NDA, Nagaland Bar Association. 25/11/2024 and 26/11/2024. On 25/11/2024, the High Court Bar members received an invitation from the Nagaland State Legal Services Authority to observe the Constitution Day at Hotel Jaffa, Kohima. On 26/11/2024, the High Court Bar Association observed the Constitution Day in the bar room. Members of the bar were present. And on 4/12/2024, the High Court Bar Association received invitation from the Kohima District Bar Association to attend the Advent Christmas celebration. The same was represented by the Vice President of the High Court Bar Association. 9/12/2024, the Executive Committee advised members to attend the Human Rights Day program on 10/12/2024 at Hotel Jaffa, organized by the Nagaland State Human Rights Commission. The President and some of the members of the High Court Bar Association attended the program. 21/1/2025. A reference on the date of Mr. Kezuko Busagi, advocate, who expired on 12/12/2024, was held in court number 1. The President of the High Court Bar Association spoke on behalf of the bar, and Mr. Justice Pratik Jyoti Sakia responded for the bench on reply. 23/1/2025 and 26/1/2025. On 23/1/2025, the High Court Bar Association received a letter from the Registrar on account of the celebration of the 76th Republic Day to be held on 26/1/2025. Accordingly, on 26/1/2025, the President and some of the members of the High Court Bar Association attended the function. 16/2/2025. The High Court Bar Association published a congratulatory note on the appointment of Mrs. Yanran Jumla Longmer as the additional judge of the Guwahati High Court in Nagaland Post, as well as in Interior Union on 17/2/2025. Dated 25/2/2025. On 16/2/2025, members of the bar, led by President Mr. C. Jamir, attended the swearing-in of Mrs. Justice Y. Longmer as additional judge of the Guwahati High Court at Guwahati. A felicitation program was organized at the Federal Bench on 25/2/2025, attended by Mr. Justice K. Sema and Mr. Justice Kalgar Pite. On the same day, the bar delegation also met Mr. The Honorable MP Shri Subhangran Jamir to apprise him of the pending issue of a separate High Court. He assured to raise the matter in Parliament, which he did. 24/3/2025. On 24/3/2025, the Harvard Bar Association notified that as per the circular number so-and-so dated 23/3/2025, issued by the Registrar of the Guwahati High Court, Kohima Bench, a joint inspection was to be conducted to oversee the ongoing construction of the new High Court complex on 26/3/2025. In the inspection, the Honorable Judges, Registry Officials, Department of Law and Justice, PWD Central Division, PWD Housing Central Division, Kohima, and Contractor were to be present. Accordingly, on 26/3/2025, the executive members and subsidiary members attended the joint inspection. 1/4/2025. The Executive Committee of the High Court Bar in its meeting held on 1/4/2025 resolved to call for an emergency GBM of the High Court Bar on 3rd April 2025 to discuss the utilization of the bar building at the new High Court complex. So in the third meeting 2025, the following resolutions, some of the resolutions that were adopted and is found to be important are noted here. 1. By majority decision, the bar resolved not to allow any space for multitasking staff. The bar resolved to conduct a tree plantation in the month of April 2025. The bar resolved to conduct a seminar, which we would not hold this year. Bar members were requested to attend the program on 12/4/2025 at NBCC Conference Hall. That is the Mega Legal Services, which was to be attended by CJI Supreme Court judges, Guwahati High Court Chief Justice and judges, organized by the Nagaland State Legal Services Authority in collaboration with the Department of Law and Justice, Government of Nagaland. The bar also resolved to purchase more chairs. The Executive Committee approved new enrollment of 3 new members. 4/4/2025. The President and General Secretary of the High Court Bar Association submitted a representation to the Honorable Chief Minister seeking financial assistance for the tree plantation drive at the new High Court complex in Rema. 4/4/2025. Pursuant to the resolution adopted in the GBM on 3/4/2025, the President and General Secretary submitted a letter to the Principal Secretary to the Department of Law and Justice apprising the High Court Bar Association in an emergency GBM held on 3/4/2025, where it was deliberated on account of the rapidly growing members. It was deliberated that on account of the rapidly growing members of the bar, the new bar association building at the new High Court complex, Nirema, shall be used entirely for the purpose of the bar and cannot be made available for temporary accommodation of the MTS staffs. 7/4/2025, an emergency meeting was notified by the Honorable Judges of the Guwahati High Court had requested for an emergency meeting on 8 April 2025 at 1 p.m. with officials, executives of the NDA, HDA, KDA, Nagaland State Legal Services Authority and registry officials. The meeting was accordingly held as notified. 14/5/2025. It was notified that on 17/5/2025. On 14/5/2025, it was notified that on 17/5/2025, the High Court Bar would organize a tree plantation at the new High Court complex. The tree plantation program on 17/5/2025 was raised by the Honorable Chief Minister Nagaland, host of MLAs, advisors, officers from the Government of Nagaland, Department of Law and Justice, High Court Registry, we are present besides the lawyers. 19/5/2025. In connection with the tree plantation program held on 17/5/2025, on 19/5/2025, the executive committee members of the High Court Bar Association and their juniors planted the remaining trees near Nagaland around the NU complex boundary and other vacant areas to protect the vulnerable saplings outside the greenhouse, which could not be planted on the 17th. That is the day of plantation, which was organized for all the members. 9/6/2025, the Executive Committee of the Bar decided to jointly host the farewell of Honorable Justice K. on 26/2025. The Executive Committee also approved new involvement of all members. 6/8/2025, a consultative meeting for the new High Court building construction was organized by the Department of Law and Justice Management. The Vice President of the Bar attended the meeting on behalf of the Bar. 18/8/2025, at 1 p.m., the Executive Committee of the High Court Bar Association held a meeting in the bar room. The committee stood by previous resolution dated 3/4/2025 and 9/6/2025 regarding the bar building. (21/8/2025). It was notified that the chambers of the Executive Committee of the High Court Bar Association on 23/8/2025 will clean the premises of the new High Court complex in anticipation of the Honorable Chief Justice's visit. The exercise was carried out accordingly. 28/8/2025, a reception was organized by the High Court Bar Association on account of the maiden visit of the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court, Mr. Justice Ashutosh Kumar. 1/9/2025. The bar notified the members of the bar regarding the GPM to be held on 15/9/2025, that is today, in consideration of the end of 3 years tenure 2022-2025 of the present bench of office bearers. And that is the report. If there is any complaint, please let me know after the program, not during the program.
You just go and fill up the cap.
Property Committee report by Mr. Joseph.
I stand for you to present the asset for the Kohima High Court Bar Association. It was conducted on the 12th of September 2025. In order to save time, since I've distributed all the report, I will be reading all the numbers of the assets that the buyer had in possession. If there are any queries, you can put it up in the discussion hour.
During discussion hour, we will discuss and the remarks in the property committee report. Now I give time to audit committee to submit the audit report.
As our President said in his presidential address, it was a hefty amount, so it took us a lot of time to do the audit, but we did our best. And before I read out the audit report, I want to thank our office for this privilege. And under the coordination of Mr. K. Angami, and two of us were appointed as the auditor for this year's High Court Bar Association audit report. And the numbers are: the winner is K. Angami, MS Mika HIA, and myself. So the audit report of High Court Bar Association for the year 2024-25 with effect from 14/08/2024 to 14/09/2025. Now the opening balance was 13,20,799, and the B income for this year was 2,65,260 rupees. Now in the income column, like the other speaker has said, we have very less revenues for income. So number one was enrollment. new enrollment. Second was sale of Oladnama. Third was annual membership fee. And the fourth was amounts received from post imposed by court. We were lucky to have received 20,000 as post imposed by the court. Now the total income was 2,65,260 rupees. Number C, expenditure. The total expenditure was for the year 2024 to 2025 was 2,16,949. Now the cash and this is opening balance was 13,20,799. Income was total of 2,65,260. So now the including the opening balance and income was 15,86,059 rupees. Expenditure was 2,60,949. Now the balance is rupees 13,69,110. So cash in hand as on the day of audit is 13,69,110 rupees. Now we have given a couple of remarks. Number one is only the countersigned cash memos have been accepted and audited. Number two, maintenance of counterfoils, account book, and records are found to be proper, accurate, and transparent. This is a remark from the auditors. Now, I have a personal remark from my side, and that is the opening balance for this year was 13,20,799. Now, if you see the cash in hand, the closing balance, 13,69,110. So I congratulate the office for using our money, managing our money properly. And this year, the closing balance is surplus by 48,311. So this is it.
Whatever the office has confirmed during the last 1 year, out of that experience, the board would like to bring some suggestions for the decision of the board. Now, with regard to the membership fee that we have already discussed, so I would request the members to be mindful about the clearance of the membership fee, because that is the only source of income for us, because it will not be advisable for the bar to go on making from person to person like that. So let us be mindful about that. We have so many schemes to be availed from the government, and out of which there is one scheme which is very, very important. The Prime Minister, Chief Minister's health insurance scheme. I would request our member, Honorary Dr. Mr. Incham, to share something about this scheme, because unless we are conversant and aware about the scheme, we will not know what is all about it. So I would request Mr. Incham to share a little bit about this scheme.
Whenever we get sick, the first thing that comes in our mind is not the treatment, but from where to get the money. The first problem starts with money, where to get the money. Now, with the introduction of the Ayushman Bharat PMJY in 2018, that was for coverage for the BPL, below poverty line. So most of the general public who doesn't fall within the category cannot avail under the Ayushman Bharat card. But the government of Nagaland introduced the Chief Minister Health Insurance Scheme that was way back in 14 October 2022, where they have given 3 categories of beneficiaries. EP, we call it the employees, pensioners, and the general category. So for the employees and the pensioner, they pay premium of 400 rupees every month. So they are covered for 20 lakhs benefit for the whole family. It's like having a credit card. You have a fixed money in your credit card, you can exhaust that in a year, the 20 lakhs. The whole family can utilize it. Now, for the general category, under the same line with the Ayushman Bharat card, they have given a benefit of 5 lakhs. Now, for a general category, you don't have to pay any premium. It's free. Because whatever the premium is paid by the employers and the pensioners, will cover you. You don't have to pay any premium to the government. So this is one benefit that which we should avail as lawyers. Because, see, we might be well do now as now, should say, you are having a good income. But health, there is no guarantee. It can stop us anytime. So I feel that this scheme should be availed by us as lawyers, because it will cover one family, at least one family. Or if you are not married, but you are independent, that will cover you. So, as regard to this scheme, I was in touch with our president and our executive also, and some of the senior members from the district bar. And on the request, I have spoken with the officers under the Nagaland Health Protection Society. Now they are willing to give us a seminar, a one-day seminar on this scheme, how to reveal the scheme. So, on our request, they have agreed to it. Even today also they are organizing one seminar in one office to promote the CMHIS and the Ayushman Bharat scheme. So, I feel that this opportunity we should not miss, we should not miss the bus. Because it might be a bigger amount, 5 lakhs, but in the long run, it's going to help us a lot. Now, under the scheme, we have these internal hospitals. All the government hospitals, the health units are internal with the CMHIS. But now I'm particularly talking about CMHIS. We have internal hospitals outside Nagaland, like big hospitals like the Medina hospitals, the Amrita hospital, the Fortis, where we can avail all these facilities. But one thing we should be aware of, I want to just share with you is that this is only meant for those inpatients, indoor patients. It's not meant for OPD. But OPD can be availed if you get registered under the daycare. You may be under observation for a day in the hospital, but you can avail it. You may be an OPD patient, but if you fall under the daycare, you can get a facility. So there are so many integrities are there, so which the officers from the Nagaland Health Protection Society will be highlighting to you all. So if I may request the president and the executives to fix a date, a convenient date for all of us, so that we can have this seminar and avail the benefits. Thank you.
Chairman Election Commission, and at the same time, simultaneously he is asked to take the time for handing and taking over, based on the Election Commission's report.
We thought it wise that we should change everything and then appoint a new set of officers for the term 2025 to 2028. So the election commissioner, all of us, we decided and we have selected 7 names, which I have with me. So before I hand it over to them, I want to read out those names, and I want the House to agree with me or disagree with me, whichever way you want to do it. But I will just follow the names for the term 2025 to 2028. We will come up from bottom. The executive members. There are 9 executive members, along with 7 office bearers. So, first in the executive list is Mr. T. Chabir, 2 Ashik Rizal, 3 Limawapa, 4 Zetin Moli. Please correct me if I pronounce your name wrongly. 5. I have forgotten that. Nizu Angami, N. Angami. 6. Lekasi Sakam. 7. Lucino Sali. 8. Mika H. Aye. 9. Y. Chimai Oya. How about that? If the members agree to that, please raise your hand.
This is for 2005.
Yeah.
This is for 2000.
25 to 28. 3 years. The executive members. Once more. No. The executive members, please. Those 9 present. Would you agree to that?
Yes.
So we will accept those. And office periods. First is the property secretary for Siku 14. Apart from the loss of 6 plastic chairs, there are no others. So we told it why they should continue us so that another 6 may be lost. Treasurer yang Sabila Sangam. We have received the adverse remarks against her also as regards the embezzlement or something. So we have retained her. Finance Secretary Winston Locomer, there is no case against him also. So we have retained him. QA Secretary, he has been begging me to relieve him from the boss since morning, but I have refused that, and he is retained. General Secretary, Treasurer Shekhi, he has not requested me. For the post of Vice President, my friend Elephant Zhao, he has been requesting me, and he even came on his face. So I was obliged to relieve him. And then in his place, we have selected somebody without hair. You have the president without hair. Amoto Sofe as one of the vice presidents. And the vice president from Dimapur to represent Dimapur, Sharif Ahmed was on his way with beef curry. So he promised me, but I couldn't make it. Because he promised me the beef curry, I told him once to retain him. He will come on the Kinesari, he will be started. And last but not the least, our own Mr. C. Jamir, I have been requesting him for the last 1 week or so to deal with another term. Now, what we have done is that we have retained all office periods so that they will be continued. And the Constitution also provides that a person will be re-elected for the second term. So, since all our office periods have completed only 1 term, we decided we would retain all the, except for the Gauri Mata, replacing with another from his sovereign. So it will be, we have heard the saying that old wine in new bottle, but it will be a new bottle with all water. No, it has been reversed. So if the House agrees to our suggestion, should we all raise our hands and accept that? Thank you. The old game is taken over as a new game. My job in the second part of the program is already done. Right? So there can be no handing over to you. You plan to hand over to everybody. No, huh? So my job is already done. So since the House has already accepted the proposal brought forward by the Election Commission, so Election Commission,
The commissioner.
They're already with position with the files and all. Okay. So no official handing over needs to be carried out.
Vice President has already been changed, no?
Like, Vice President, the President is already there.
Vice President.
Same area lagu tu kun dulu. Berapa tu orang?
Itu भी बिल्कुल आ गया अच्छा अब तो सभी प्लीज करना या ठीक या our president has more hair than you. Everything is so bright and shiny. Our president has nothing to fear. He is taller than you, heftier than you. Anything that comes against you, you just tell the president. Now, we have selected him because he has been a very active member. Everybody is active, but we feel that he has the quality to lead our power, and perhaps in the future, you may even get a chance to inherit the chair of the president. So, we thank you for accepting the post. And to my friend Ali, you have been obedient. You've been attending our meetings and I've been leading this association for the last 3 years. And even if you negate your chair today, we hope that we continue our friendship in association with the park, the all leaders, and we wish you all the best in your future president. So with that, I think the change has only come in one vice president, so that is the list that we can go from today. So thank you so much.
To the report of the secretary, that the meeting resolutions will be read out by our secretary, and thereafter we can proceed for the lunch.
One of the board members approved the annual report of the secretary, the audit report, and the property secretary, and the property report. The House resolved to hold a seminar on health insurance, that is to avail benefits under the CMHIS in the month of November 2025. The approval of 2 new members of the bar under the role of advocates in the High Court Bar Association was advised to the members of the bar of the House. The 2 new approved members are Sevi Mangami and Minusen Munakro. The House approved the amendment of the Article 14 of the Constitution of the Bar, Article 14(1), Roman 1 of the Constitution of the Bar. The language active members shall be replaced by active practicing members of the High Court. Then the new team of office bearers 2025 to 2028 the office bearers team of 2022-25 was retained to continue for another tenure for a tenure of 2025-28 except for the following changes. So that I will have a look at the report that is already given to us and we'll make necessary changes later. So that's the report. Thank you.
Accept that.
Thank you, Mr. President. Secretary, Police Secretary, other office press, and thank you, Amato, for coming to the, for coming to be the new office press as the Vice President. I hope you will do very good, and like me, of course, I had all your cooperation in these 3 years, and thank you, my friends and colleagues. Thank you very much. I want also to come and take the seat. Yeah.
Yes.
Let us wait up for today.